up, y'all, all on YouTube? This is the one and only here on the YouTube here, Heavy Metal 95 here. Once again, we got a brand new music topic type video, and this is going to be about collaboration music type topic video for collaborations. Last time we already took a look back on the Kerry King one with the Beastie Boys on the No Sleep Till Brooklyn video one I did a while back. If you haven't seen my video, feel free to check out if you haven't seen the video that I've done a while back in the past months as well. So today, we're going to be covering something for today's music topic for when it comes to having artists collaborating with other artists, especially the ones in Italy as well. So we're going to be talking about the musical collaboration on the song Mr.Nothinggoesright. Let the collaboration begin with Oliver Onions, also known as Guido and Maurizio De Angelis, which or you know, the De Angelis brothers themselves. They collaborated with British musician who is in Italy, Douglas Meakin, you know, the founding member of the music group Super Robots, and he was also the guitarist in the British rock group called the Motowns. Also, for those who haven't wondered, when Douglas Meakin has collaborated with Oliver Onions on the song, when they wanted to pick a selected one for the soundtrack as well, from whenever I wanted to come for this as well, as far as if I can now remember in this whole thing to my curiosity as well. And not only that, because they wanted to have the idea for the songs, like when Douglas Meakin collaborating with Oliver Onions, when they recorded the song Mr.Nothinggoesright, which is the song for the Bud Spencer film Chissa Perche Capitano Tutte, or Everything Happens to Me, however, which is the follow-up film to the movie The Sheriff and the Satellite Kid. However, consider that this movie was released in 1980. When Douglas Meakin and Oliver Onions recorded the song in the studio in Italy called Studio K-Bum, which is in Italy, as if I can now remember, on the whole collaboration thing for what Oliver Onions worked on this with Douglas Meakin, how they come to this as well. And then Douglas Meakin sings the lyrics part in English with the lyrics such as, "Well, I'm telling no lie every time that I'm doing anything right, I end up in a fight every day, and the lady she usually says goodbye." Yeah, because when he sings it a little low like this, not higher, but he sings it like low when he does that, for what Douglas Meakin has sung the lyrics part in English, because this was the only Oliver Onions song to be recorded with Douglas Meakin on the song Mr.Nothinggoesright. Especially when Douglas Meakin did his channeling his inner Johnny Cash influence on the song Mr.Nothinggoesright, for what Meakin has did, including the backing vocals in the song Mr.Nothinggoesright. From whenever I couldn't figure out who are the backing vocals on the chorus part, the Everything's Wrong one, and Look at Me Now, Living Alone to Cry part on the chorus. I couldn't figure out maybe Kangaroo Teen chorus on the female backing vocals when Oliver Onions and Douglas Meakin recorded the song for the film which is the Bud Spencer film, which is like Chissa Perche Capitano Tutte, which is the follow-up film, or Everything Happens to Me, or in the U.S. as Why Did You Pick on Me, which is the follow-up film to the movie The Sheriff and the Satellite Kid. When they recorded this as well, because most of the time, like this, it has to the home, especially, I'm not sure, maybe the composers themselves or what sessions singers, especially in those like layered harmonies, when they do this, consider of how I wanted to come by for the song like Mr.Nothinggoesright. Yeah, this is the only Oliver Onions song to feature Douglas Meakin in the collaboration, from whatever I now remembered. Consider that this was featured in the Bud Spencer movie that I mentioned earlier. However, they recorded two different versions on here. Like the instrumental one, but it has with the harmonica, which is part of the soundtrack for the movie Chissa Perche Capitano Tutte, which is the Bud Spencer movie follow-up to The Sheriff and the Satellite Kid. Which is part of the soundtrack, though, because however, considering that this song has become the primary example that has been ended up being part of those compilation of how this is how the song was part of Oliver Onions' Best of Bud Spencer and Terence Hill compilation albums, because, and this is the perfect reason, whenever it was in Europe, and this was also released as a single by Polydor Records in Germany, when it's under the film title, when the movie was under the title Buddy Haut den Lucas, which is in Germany, and it's probably one of the album covers or the record sleeve on here, released in Germany, outside of Italy, when Douglas Meakin's name was credited Donald in Germany, when it's clearly a pen name under Douglas Meakin. It seems very quite interesting, because these musicians have finally found themselves the pen name from whatever I wanted to come across for the whole reason for that. Yep. Consider that they finally found themselves a real thing, because I didn't know that this has released on vinyl under Polydor and Kangaroo Team Records in Germany. Part of, I'm guessing, it was in Europe, when the name was credited as Donald, but it's basically the pen name for Douglas Meakin, with the song Blue Space on the B-side as a single. It seems quite very interesting when it was under Polydor International in Germany. And however, this song, Mr. Nothing Goes Right, that has covered by other artists, whatever, has been reused as well. Such as the song that was used in the Spanish soundtrack for the Adventures of Tom Sawyer anime, as with the song The Adventurer as El Aventuro, with Santa Barbara on the lead vocals. However, because they covered Mr. Nothing Goes Right with the instrumental one, and however, Muchas Adventuras, it's the instrumental version that has the harmonica that was used in the Bud Spencer movie Chissa Perche Capitano Tutte. And however, this song was also covered in German by German musician Tom Astor, who later on, when it was released in Germany as well. Although during the this song has been featured in the Bud Spencer Terence Hill Best of album compilations, when Oliver Onions hasn't performed this live, this wasn't long until 2018 arrived with probably the song Mr. Nothing Goes Right has performed live in the Oliver Onions reunion in Rome, Italy, when Douglas Meakin has performed live with Oliver Onions in Italy, part of the Oliver Onions reunion concert tour later on in the 2010s. And this was also included in the Oliver Onions reunion live album later on in Budapest for this. And that's particularly for the real reason. I just wanted to come by on talking about not just anime, but in movies. Like, I was talking about mostly songs that were included in Italian cinema movies on there, especially from Oliver Onions as well, in general. And like I say, because a true thing for this as well, and that's how I wanted to come by, that this was the only Oliver Onions song performed live in concert in the Oliver Onions reunion concert tour in 2018 in Italy with Douglas Meakin. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new to the channel. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the notifications bell button for more surprises if you miss anything new. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Hit the notifications bell button. This is Heavy Metal 95 signing off. Thank you for watching the video. I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to stay safe and stay healthy. Hope you all have a great day. Take care. Goodbye for now. That's going to be it for my music topic video.